Okay, everybody, let's go ahead and get started with today's workshop. I am so glad that you guys are here. It is the 10 o'clock hour, and we are ready to learn, use YouTube to grow your business. So I'm not sure if any of you guys have been here before, but don't worry, we have a few house rules, such as no one will be left behind. You will be able to use the chat feature, the question and answer feature. And at the end of this workshop, I will definitely make sure that you can come on screen, or you can go ahead and raise your hand, and then I'll answer any questions that you may have. So we're gonna dive into YouTube, give you the background of YouTube, and even some pro tips about YouTube. All right, let me introduce myself to you first. My name is Shanice Cleckley, and I am your South Carolina Grow with Google digital coach. My company is called Smart Cookie Coaching, and I would love for you to connect with me on all social media platforms at I am Shanice C. Now, if you're wondering how to spell Shanice, don't worry about it. It's she in nice. Got it? So I am Shanice C. You can also connect with the Digital Coaches Program at Digital Coaches Program. We're on LinkedIn, we are on Instagram, we're on Twitter. So connect with us, take screenshots and pictures, tag us, and let us know that you're using this information. We would love to be able to share who you are. Now, a little bit about Smart Cookie Coaching. I am a business development firm located in South Carolina, and I help businesses like yourself to be able to get strategies in place so that you can grow your business. Now, let's talk a little bit about YouTube. YouTube is where people watch everything. You can go from TV shows to straight webcasts, everything. So over 2 billion, that's right, with a B, 2 billion people log into YouTube every month. That's 1 billion hours watched. I know in my family, YouTube is king. So what do people do, and how do they get on YouTube? They watch them to do all sorts of things, like I said. So like my son, he is telling me all these YouTubers, he follows them, he knows them because they're talking about games. They're talking about purchases. I watch it for how-tos, but people use YouTube in order to help make purchases. And I'm going to show you how to do that too. YouTube is a way for you to engage people online. It helps focus on how you can be a part of their life. So yes, we are still in times where digital is taking over. And I know a lot of people don't necessarily understand or feel the need for it. But YouTube is a wonderful way that you can focus your business and your customers or potential customers to your business. It's a great way in order to get them engaged. Engagement is watching great content. It is more than having to be face-to-face. You have so many other ways to be able to, get people into your sphere, and YouTube is one of those ways. So let's talk about how customers will connect and be able to watch and discover and engage on YouTube. So this is a timeline of what the average person goes through when they're ready to do something from start to finish, from purchase. So they've watched a YouTube video. Let's say that you're getting ready to buy a car, and that's what this is. I don't know about you, but I do buy cars, and I research. So in the chat room, drop a 1 if you've done, and that's the chat room, not the Q&A room. In the chat room, drop a 1 if you have researched about buying something and you have to go to YouTube. Drop a 2 if you didn't. Ones. Oh, I knew it. So this is what happens. So you watched a YouTube video, so you wanted to see what's happening. So you're looking at your favorite car, looking at your favorite purchase. Then after that, let's say you go on YouTube again, or you're watching something else, you'll see something called a bumper ad. And we'll go into that a little later. Then you're like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do a Google search for this car company because I got to understand what's happening. Then go to your dealership's site and you're like, let's see what they got the price. Then something called cookies are stored. You'll see this at the bottom of many websites now. What it does is it says, hey, are you okay with all these cookies coming out? So it asks you if you can be tracked. That's technically what it is. Look at it as cookie crumbs. So when you have a kid and they're eating something that's like, no, I didn't have anything. Yes, you did, because the crumbs are all around your mouth. That's what the cookies are. Those crumbs that's all around the internet that knows where you go. Then when you go back to YouTube, you're going to be remarketed on YouTube for everything that you searched in your actual browser. You're going to go to the website again because we want to make sure that it's there and that you're doing things. Then you're going to schedule a test drive. Why? Because this thing has followed you everywhere. That one YouTube ad has followed you absolutely everywhere. And then you go make a purchase. I know I did that. I just bought a car last year and I kept seeing it and I kept wanting to know about it. And what happened? I bought the doggone car. So they got me. They really got me. But this is how they engage and they process. And you're able to understand what you can do for your business as well. Now, today we're going to talk about how to create a home for your business on YouTube. We're also going to talk about how to make sure that you create the videos to help you achieve that growth. We're going to optimize so that we can make it pretty. Everybody wants to make your page pretty. We're going to show you how to promote your business with a video and how to stream your business with YouTube Live. And then I never leave you behind. So I got some other resources that you'll be able to utilize. So first thing, let's go is when you got YouTube, it has to have a home. What do? For this, you can go to youtube.com. Now, personally, I like doing it on the desktop or laptop first, only because of the size of the screen, but all of this can be done mobilely as well. You will sign into your YouTube account. You've been with us on other workshops. I'm gonna say it again, make sure that you use the same YouTube account or same Google account that you sign into all your other business Googles. So you wanna be able to keep those apps under the same email, okay? Gotta keep it under the same email. It just makes it so much easier for you to remember. Once you sign into YouTube and you use that same email, we're going to get started. You just, follow the instructions, you click it. And you want to do something called create a channel. Now, for my Gen Xers and everybody who did not grow up with YouTube, let me give you an analogy to help you understand what they mean by channel and what's happening. You know, back in the day, we had these broadcast stations. You have ABC, NBC, you have all those things. Now, I'm from Colombia. So in Colombia, ABC was WOLO, NBC was WIS. Then you had Channel 19, which was WLTX, that was CBS. So when you think of YouTube as the actual national channel, like the national thing that happens. So like the like the ABC, NBC, Fox, whatever. Now, when you create your channel, you're creating your local channel. So 1910, WLO, those kind of things. So you're creating a channel on a national platform, just like we did when we watched regular TV. The names are different, the concept is the same. So I hope that helps explain a little bit of what it means to have a channel. The next thing you're going to do is give yourself a name, a custom name. Now, this is the WOLO, the WIS, that kind of thing. These are that kind of name, but you're going to name it for what you want to do with your business, your brand. Brand identity is key. So if your business is vacay.com, then you put vacay as your channel name. So let's back up again. YouTube is like the national. Then you're going to create the channel, which is like the number dial. And then you're going to put a name, which is like the call symbols. So for you, it would be something that goes with your branding. And do that, you just click select, you go to your custom name, and you put in the custom name based on your business. Now we're going to make it look pretty. We want to give it all the stuff that we need to make sure that it represents who you are and your brand. We're going to add channel details, which is like a description, your website, and social links. You do that on the back end when it says tell viewers more about your channel. Then now when you're looking at your home, your channel, you can now customize however you want it to look anytime by going at the top in the YouTube studio and hitting customize channel. But of course, we also got to upload some videos. When you look at your videos and your layout, you can choose anything when you want to figure out how you want your channels to be and the customization of your channels. The layout and the spotlight video is, we'll go over that a little bit more too, but that's how you want it to look and be organized. The branding would be your banner. You can create these in Canva. You can put watermark images on there so people will know what it is. And also just regular old information. We got to know who you are, the channel URL, as well as the links. So when you're dealing with the custom branding, a profile picture is a must. Now, I would suggest using something that is easily recognizable. Maybe if you're working on doing it with your face, so use your face or use your logo, but make sure it's easily recognizable. And the banner image is something that you can create in another graphic tool. So I use Canva. Canva is great because you can type in YouTube video or YouTube banner and the exact dimensions will come up. Also, there's some templates in there where you could just put your own information and again, customize it based on your colors, your scheme, and the name of your business. But that's Canva, canva.com. Now, the basic information that you're going to put in there with what you're doing would be your description. Make sure that description is short and sweet, but make sure that it is powerful. It got to pack a punch. And any links that you want people to be able to come to. It doesn't mean anything if you don't have a way for them to land. So your website will be a place for them to land, which is your website outside of YouTube. And also for your contact information, you want people to be able to find you. This is a customized channel right here. This is called Divas Can Cook. If you look at the top of the banner, they decided to put their images of food, which goes straight across the top. Those images of the food will, it entices people. It's like, yeah, we like it. But they also have their logo. They decided to put a profile picture of an actual person, since it is Divas Can Cook. And then they put a channel trailer. This is like a 30-second, 15-second video to say, how you want people, what you want people to know. You'll recognize it if you see YouTube's where you say, hey guys, da, 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 da. I don't know why people always start with hey guys, but they do. It's hey guys, let's talk about blah, blah, blah. Hey guys. Okay, that's just an aside. So now let's create videos that can help you achieve your business goals. When you are doing your videos, make sure that you have all the things you need, such as you don't have to have this like production on the left-hand side and a director. All you need is your smartphone. That's it. Our smartphones can do so much work. And before you do it, we do need to lay out the blueprint for it. Like, what are you trying to say? What do you want people to say? Are you going to be in it, or is your products going to be in it? Do you have the best sound? Do you have the best lighting that's out there? Can they see the information? And how are you going to edit your information? So some people write scripts, some don't. I don't write necessarily a script, but what I do is I make bullet points because of the way that I speak. So for you, determine how you want to speak to your audience. You also don't want to be robotic. So it needs to be your own personality. But what it does have to have is a clear, concise message. You want to be able to make the best impression up front. And you want to give a CTA, which is a call to action. Tell them to do something. and you are the one having the conversation. So don't necessarily ask a whole bunch of questions. You ask questions to be engaging, but you are still sharing the conversation. Now, again, like I said, I use bullet points. These bullet points help me stay on message where I can go through the bullet points, but some of you may decide to write it all out. There is no right or wrong answer on how you can do it or should do it. Just make sure you do it in a fashion that you know that your audience is used to hearing your voice. When you are looking at doing your video and your smartphone, make sure you have enough space that's around you in order to make sure that it's visually appealing. And you also want to be able to have your logo everywhere that's around. The lighting needs to be great because you don't want it to be dark. And of course, the sound. How are people hearing you? Are you speaking consistently? Are you speaking clearly? You can get lighting from Amazon. A ring light is amazing. You can get a external microphone. That's good too. Those external microphones, you're able to use those, and it makes it a little bit more clear than your laptop or your desktop or your phone microphone. And if you are using your phone, you can also use a clip-on mic. It hooks into the bottom of your wherever your headphone jack is. You can connect it to yourself, and then the sound is better because you're closer to where your video is. Just a couple of more pro tips. So now let's look at this well-organized background, this well-organized channel. Again, this is Divas Can Cook. If you look, she has her introductory video and trailer. She's grouped her videos into sections. Grouping into sections is like bullet points, or it's like making sure that you know what people are going to do. So if you are with her, she's like, these are the best Southern recipes. You might have one for savory food, but make it where it makes sense and that it's relevant to what people are looking for. And then, of course, all of your artwork, do as best you can to make it nice and engaging. Now, when you upload your video, you're going to create, you're going to select the file by going to a little camera that's on the right-hand corner of your screen, and it just uploads the video that you want to use. When you upload it, it is very important to put the video details, because this is how search engines find you and how people find you as well. You want to get a title, a description, and thumbnail. Now that thumbnail may come from the first points of your video, or you can upload an actual picture for yourself. Now, in addition to the details that you do have, you want to make sure too that, is this a paid promotion? Did someone pay you to do this video? If they didn't, don't worry about it. If they did, click the button. You're going to do tags, you're going to do languages, subtitles, also closed captioning. People prefer closed captioning now for those who are hard of hearing or who need to be able to see the words, especially based on if you have an accent or if you're doing something that's a little bit more complex. Closed captioning is really, really helpful. And then the date that you recorded this and where you're located. Now, the licensing, you can read more about that by going into YouTube and see what licensing you have, but most people use the standard license, and you can do the permission of it, of how you want YouTube to be able to use it. One of the biggest things that you can do is at the bottom with your rating. I know that as a parent, that rating is very important. Because if you have inappropriate information for children, such as you might be using explicit words or videos, I don't want my kid to see it, or, you know, others to see it. So put the rating in there. And if it's potentially inappropriate, put that in there too. It doesn't mean you're going to get an audience, but it helps other people to be able to filter as they need to. Now, the video elements of end screen and cards are a call to action. What it does is this call to, in the end of the screen, at the end of your video, you can do call to action cards to let folks know what they need to do for you. Do you want to publish it right now? You define that for yourself. There's something called batching, where you have a lot of videos and you put them up, but you might not want to be able to send them, all at one time. But what you can do is you can schedule them. Like once a week, you want them to fall down. So you'll upload 10, but over a 10-week period, you want them to come out. So you'll schedule them. And you don't want to necessarily make it visible to everybody right now. So you can change your visibility. If you want it to be public where anybody can see it, you do public. Private, nobody can see it. So we want public because we want folks to be able to see our business. And now you're done. You can share it. You can put it on your website. You can put it on social media channels. And you also get a link. You can also put it in your newsletter. I hope you're using newsletters. Newsletters are a great way to connect with people. And if you put your YouTube videos in a newsletter, you are providing amazing content and engaging content for your viewers. So YouTube can go to several different areas. Your website, one great thing about putting it on your website is you don't have to hold up so much space. YouTube is holding the space for your video. So you don't have to worry about running out of space on your website. Blogs, emails, that's the newsletter, and of course, social media. So share it wherever you need to go. Now, I nerd out on this part, which is Google Analytics and channel analytics. You want to know who's able to see you. You want to know who's looking at you. You want to know how many views and things that you have. Go to the analytics of your channel to find out more about your clients. You can see what content really engages with them, which content they want to use the most. So how can you promote your video? I'm going to play this short video here so that you'll be able to see about how these clients here were able to do their videos. So let me share the sound. And here you go.
Sorry about the snorting. Normally, after a surgical procedure, pets typically go home with what's called a cone or an e-collar. My name is Stephanie Seiberg, and I am the owner and developer of Tulane's Closet. When I was in veterinary medicine, I had a lot of clients come and ask if there was something else out there that they could use, and that's how it kind of got started. I had an idea. It's a one-piece post-surgical pet garment. The advantages of the Cover Me by Chewy is that they can eat, sleep a lot easier than wearing a cone. They can actually get through their doggy door. They can relax comfortably. Video can show people what it's made out of, how to put it on, how easy it is to use the potty cover. YouTube, it's great for people that are just starting a new business or small business owners like myself, because we're all on a budget. As you see that business is growing, you can always add to that at any time. We have doubled almost every year since we started in 2013. There's so many people now that really consider their pet their family, and they want them to be comfortable. I think a lot of dogs are a lot happier right now.
So now let's talk about advertising on YouTube and how you'll be able to use ads in order to help your business. So we've already got it up. We got a beautiful channel. We want to draw more people to it. There, of course, is the organic way where you're sending your links out, you're putting in your blogs. Now let's look at the paid way, which is with ads. You can go to youtube.com/ads to get more information on this. But I want to go with how people and how you're looking at ads and how we can help for all types of folks. So you got bite size, snack size, and meal size. 6 seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds. And I know what you're thinking, because when I first started doing this, I wonder, what can you really do in 6 seconds? Let me show you. This is a 6-second video. This is called a bumper ad. And 9 out of 10 people like this kind of ad because it will raise the views of what you're watching. So let me show you what this bumper ad does.
The next basketball highlight video could cost you up to $1.31 in data. What? Switch to Xfinity Mobile and save.
Okay, 6 seconds. We already know, save you money, Xfinity Mobile. We already know what happens. That bumper ad right there, it got me everything I needed. And it was only 6 seconds. So we were able to hold someone's attention for 6 seconds. So this is something that's a pro tip that you can use this in conjunction with skippable pro roll ads in order to make sure that more people can see what you're doing. So now true view ads are skippable. So after 5 seconds, if your viewer does not click on it, you ain't got to pay for it. Okay, let me show you what this will look like. So that was a 30-second video, but the big thing about it is after 5 seconds, people can skip it. So you put all your good stuff in the first 5 seconds so that if they do skip it, it's okay because it's gonna come up as a banner ad at no charge to you when you run a skippable ad. So fine, you skipped it, I don't care because on the right-hand side, a banner is going to come up and that banner will run anytime that you have a skippable ad. So people still will see you. So that way they see what you're doing as well as they now have it on the right-hand side. So that's more eyes on what you're doing. Now you're also able to stream video with YouTube Live. YouTube Live is a way that you can real time get in front of people and also that it can appear in search engines. Now, I went to my first YouTube Live with a workshop that I do, and it was amazing because it's a live event. And so on the right-hand side, I can see people's conversations. If you've gone live on other platforms, this is very similar. The big difference is with YouTube Live, you don't have to download any type of apps. You can do this because everyone can get access to it through their browser. So you have the potential of meeting and greeting more people. To get started for YouTube Live, you must enable it 24 hours in advance of doing your YouTube, not the live itself, but the option. So you enable live streaming, you will visit your studio, which you can either go through your customized channel or you can do studio.youtube.com and you hit the go live button. Then you follow the steps to verify your account and you're enable live streaming. When you do this live streaming, 24 hours later, you can get live in front of people. Now, when you're ready to actually do the yay, we're live version, you go to that button on the right-hand side, which is a little camera with a plus that says go live, go to that little icon over there, and everything will come up. And when it comes up, you have to put whose the audience is for, what's the name of the video, are you doing it now or later, are you letting folks know? Now, here's another pro tip. When you go live, it is best to let your audience know, even on other channels, that you're going live. Give them some time to put it in their schedule. Unless it's really something pressing and you need to go live now, schedule it out so that you can tell them, hey, I'm going live on Tuesday at 10. I'm going live Wednesdays at 3, whatever time you're going live, but give your people more time to go live. And of course, there's always a checklist. Did you set it up? Did you do your descriptions? Are you having a thumbnail? What is your audience and the questions that you're going to answer? Then while you're on live, this is most important, deliver comments and have a clear stopping and a clear starting point. Clear stop, clear start. You don't want to just leave people up in the air. And answer questions for the audience, engage them. Do as much as you can in order to keep them looking and going and interested. Now post, make sure that you download it because you want to be able to use this on other places. So you want to be able to, use this is content on your blogs, everywhere else. So archive it, create a place for it to be, put the information on there. So here's some next steps. I want you to create your channel. I want you to be able to, I want to see those channels. So that means that you got to connect with me so that I can see your channels. I just want to see them. I'll be your first person to say, yes, I'm going to follow this person. Then create and upload a video and explore other resources. In the chat room, if you already have a YouTube channel, click a 1. If you don't, click a 2. I just want to see who already has a YouTube channel. And if you do have a YouTube channel, tell us what it is. Okay. I see some. Now, if you do have a YouTube channel, share with us what it is. Put it in there so we all can see. Again, I'm not going to leave you by yourself. Don't worry about it. If you want some help from some YouTube partners, you can go to youtube.com/ads/making a video ad with hyphens in between. Those video ads there. Oh, okay. Would you say created but never uploaded? Kim, your assignment is to upload. You got to upload a video. And if you have problems, please go to these trained, trusted partners who can help you with your video. Now, there's also a Creators Academy. These are free courses that was going to help you as well upload. We want you to be able to upload. You go to creatoracademy.youtube.com in order to get those free courses as well. One of my favorite apps is the Google Primer app. This Google Primer app, it gives you marketing and business lessons all at your fingertips. It's on your phone. It takes less than 5 minutes to learn some key takeaways to help you grow your business. And if you have any questions about any of the Google tools that we've been using or had before, you can do quick help videos and go to c.co/grow/quick help. So that's c.co/grow/quick help. And Grow with Google wants to make sure that you have as many tools as you need, whether you're a business owner, a job seeker, a developer, a teacher, or a student. Go to google.com/grow to see all the tools you have in order to help you in your preferred industry. Now, thank you so much for coming to today's workshop. You got a survey here that I would love for you to fill out. It's g.co/grow/digital coach survey. Now, with that digital coach survey, I'll put it into the chat room, or Sharice will put it into the chat room. It's http://g.co/grow/Google Coach Survey. You got this from the South Carolina Grow with Google Digital Coach. So when you are filling it out, make sure that you put that and let us know how we're doing with the information and how we did with this presentation. Now, we are at the end of it, and I would love for you to come on and tell us any questions that you may have about growing your business with YouTube. If you raise your hand or if you give an indication, Sharice will be able to let you come on screen and definitely answer your question.
And if you're joining by phone, you can press *6 to unmute yourself if you have a question.
No questions about YouTube? Oh, here we go. I see we have one phone person coming on. If you hit *6, you can unmute yourself.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Yeah, my name is Armando Brown. I'm here in Columbia, South Carolina. I just want to know, I've watched it, I listened to it on the phone, and I want to know where y'all gonna release this one and the previous ones where we can go back and look at them.
Yes, all of our videos will be on the South Carolina Commission for Minority Affairs YouTube page. And if you just go to YouTube, you can put on, just type in South Carolina Commission for Minority Affairs. We also post a link on our website, which is cma.sc.gov. And you can find a link on our Facebook page.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And you guys will also get a link to the recording following the webinar today.
Wonderful. Anybody have any questions about your YouTube channel or how to best use your YouTube channel based on your industry? All right, we got a quiet group today. Okay, now if you do have any questions about YouTube, or you have any questions about how to use the tool and you want, some quick help, you have those resources. You can also reach out to me at Digital Coach SC at, oh, here we got some people who are coming on. Wonderful. Digital Coach SC at growwithg.co. All right, I think the first one who came up was Anthony.
Chandra, you have a question?
Yes, I just wanted to know I'm just having problems with the type of information that I put out and how I really get it released to everyone else.
Okay. So when you say release to everyone else, give me an example of what you're thinking.
What's the best way to advertise my link to my page? I've had my page up for a while now, but I don't really know how to use it. And you talking about going live, I did see something like that on the YouTube channel for businesses of how to go live on YouTube, but I haven't quite perfected it yet. So I'm still working on it because I do have a lot of great information, I think, that needs to be shared with people in order to stay safe.
Well, because I know what your business is, there are a few things that I would do in order to, organize your business. I would have one as a how-to. So under your how-to, it could be how to spot a victim of trafficking. How do you help a person, and give like just simple tips, maybe 3 tips. How do you help a person when you're doing it? If you're looking at something that's more physical, you can do, okay, here's one move that you can do in order to get away from someone, those kind of things. So you got how to. The next could be success stories that you can put. People who have successfully been able to not be captured, or who were captured and are living a great life, something like that, a success story. You also do motivation. So picking a topic on motivation that has to do with your industry and what you're wanting to do, and have a section of motivation. So those 3 sections go directly with your brand. And so once you have them laid out, I would actually do a newsletter and start gathering an email newsletter so people can know every Wednesday or once a month, this newsletter will show a how-to, or it will have a link to some great content that goes to your YouTube page. Then you can do something maybe on your website. So you can have a section that once a month, you can highlight something that's from your YouTube page. But using YouTube as your source to house the videos, and then your other aspects, all your other marketing areas can lead to that page. So that's one way that you can do it.
Okay, thank you. I will be connecting with you soon.
Okay, sounds wonderful.
Thank you.
Okay, I think there was a couple of others.
I open the line for everyone if anyone else would like to speak?
Okay, everybody. So that's it for today. The recording will be up on the website and the YouTube for the commission. And we will see you next week for another series. So come next Tuesday at 10 o'clock where we have another series. Oh, have a question. Okay, Kimberly. Oh, you have a question, but a small child in your background. That's okay. We don't care about small children. You don't hear my kids? Come on.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
This is Betty. I missed it, and it's over?
Yes, we started at 10, but it will be up on the commission's website, YouTube channel, as well as on Facebook. So you can go back and watch the recording.
Okay, can you give me that link where I can find it?
Yes, Ms. Betty, we will email everyone a link to the
Okay, thank you.
after today's session.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry I missed it. And I just wanted to report that I got my Google postcard and my business is on Google. Thank you.
Thank you. We're so happy for you. I'm so glad your business is on Google. We appreciate that.
Thank you for sharing that valuable tip. I really came to let you know that too.
Well, send me an email so that we can feature it. So send me an email so that we can know, so we can feature the fact that it's on there, and let me know that you got it from the website and you got it from this digital coaching and from the commission, so that we can feature you on social media.
I sure will. Thank you.
Okay, and there's my email address. Oh, actually, I put it to the panelists and not to everyone. Kimberly, you said you had a question.
Yes, ma'am. I just had a question. I recently started my company, and I'm starting to get everything kind of lined up, paperwork wise. And my next step is creating my website. What suggestions or which website builder would you suggest to be the best, especially for like an online store?
There's so many out there, and it really depends on the capabilities that you want to have. You can go through Squarespace, Wix, WordPress. All of those have e-commerce options. You can also use Shopify. That's one that's very popular. What are you selling?
I make face oils and handmade soaps. I have looked into Wix and Shopify, and I just ordered my Square.
Okay, so if you use Square for your processing, Square actually has a free website that you can use inside of Square. If you go to squareup.com, there is an e-commerce version that you can use, and it comes with your profile.
Okay, thank you. I'm writing all this down now.
Yep, right up there in your Square. If you ordered Square, inside of Square, if you do the desktop version, go to square.com. On the side, you'll see all these different tools that you can use. So you would be able to put every item in that you have. And once you put those items in, you then can connect it to the website. You put a website address, and that can become your store for e-commerce.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for coming on today. We surely do appreciate it. And we'll see you next week at 10 o'clock. So next week is August the 10th at 10 o'clock for our next installment of this Grow with Google. Thank you so much. See you guys later.